Hello, everybody, and welcome to Coffee with Chloe in the morning. It's not morning; it's 12:15. I just missed it, but I do have my coffee, and I am Chloe, co-founder of the marmaj Foundation. And I generally do these streams Monday to Friday when I can. And sometimes I do a stream about the marmaj Research DAO. Sometimes I stream about the marmaj DAO as a whole. And so today we're going to be talking about the marmaj DAO as a whole. Kind of the Research DAO. We're kind of transitioning things, so I might change the title of this. But the marmaj DAO is going to be setting up a hacker house in Lisbon for NearCon. So let's just do a high-level overview of what the heck we're talking about. What's the marmaj Foundation? We're a nonprofit organization based in Canada trying to leverage Web3 for social good. What is the Hacker House? What's happening? So there's an event called NearCon, a Near conference happening in Lisbon. This is the third installation of NearCon. And yeah, it'll be from September 11th to 14th in Lisbon, Portugal. And, if you click this link, you'll get the exact location of like the warehouse they're going to have right by the ocean. So this is kind of where the venue will be. And you can kind of zoom out and see where it's going to be right around here in Lisbon. And you can kind of see where that is in relation to the rest of the world. So, quite far from where we are, out in Canada, but also quite far from Antigua. If you zoom in, you can see the little hearts we have there for like resorts and stuff like that. So, anyways, that's the location, and so we're trying to leverage Web3, specifically Near Protocol. I mean, we do interact with Ethereum and other blockchains with the Near Foundation. And to do this, we're going to be hosting our first ever Hacker House. And so, the main theme of this is we're trying to build beyond the hype. We came off of a really crazy bull market over the past, few months, few years. A lot of hype in the market. People just wanting to get economic, resources from interacting with the blockchain. But we're trying to figure out or NearCon's trying to figure out how we can build beyond the hype. And you can do that by, getting involved with NearCon in general. You can apply to hack. You can get early bird tickets. You can get an NFT. You can get an NFT ticket, and you can look at the side events. So, for example, there's tickets being sold for NFTs. The marmaj DAO has one of these tickets that we already collected previously. And so technically we have one ticket. We're probably going to auction off this ticket, to be fair, later on. And it's currently for 69 near. So I think we actually overpaid, which is actually quite sad, because I think we paid 88 near for it when near was lower. And so we ended up just overpaying by quite a bit for this token. And so, again, if this was available to pay for it in USN or a stable coin, that would be more efficient. But again, maybe that's something we can hack on instead of having to deal with overpaying for NFTs and letting go of all your near tokens. But technically, the marmaj DAO did that. So if we search up marmaj on the DAO directory, we will see that there have been some proposals in the past. So the marmaj token price went down quite a bit over the past 24 hours. Someone dumped quite a bit of it. And there's no easy dashboard to see who dumped what anymore. That's kind of not as fun. But if you scroll down, I could probably even Control F and search for it. Here it is. Chloe.near put in a proposal to buy general admission mint-based NFT for 88 near. And now they're only 69 near. Okay, so it's because it's $300, right? They're trying to keep the price at $300. But for the Hacker House specifically, we're all going to need tickets to attend. So, but what are we going to be doing? It's like, why would you want to even join the Hacker House? What's going on? So we're going to be, first of all, defining what does social good even mean? How does it differ from social impact? And what kind of projects or causes need our attention and that kind of stuff. So we're going to be in Lisbon, going around, trying to figure out what social good means and who actually requires that good and how can we support them with that. The marmaj and near communities to work on practical solutions for social good challenges using near tech. So once we figure out, okay, social good means XYZ, these are the individuals that we might be able to support in this method, but how are we going to specifically use the near blockchain to support these individuals or these communities, these projects in the ecosystem? So one example is that you can already redeem NFTs for physical goods in Lisbon. And so we're hopefully going to build upon this flow on Mintbase and make it so that, for some reason, Mintbase doesn't want to connect my wallet. It was doing this last time too, so we'll see if this actually connects or not. Can't promise anything. Yay, we're logged in. And so now I can go to my earned and orders. No, I want to go to my public profile. And as long as I have any NFTs, I should be able to click this one. Yeah, a fun one from Crypto Joshi. And I should be able to, or is it on the store? Can't remember. More from this store. Here's the store. Yeah, here we go. So here's the store, and here's the redeemer for the store. And if I click this redeemer, it shows you when each NFT was burnt. And so you can see there's been 45 total NFT burns, and only the owner of an NFT can burn it. Okay, that so far seems simple enough. So you could see Trojan Horse 3 months ago burned Dewdrops from Muse. Dev McKenzie burned 3 months ago State of Grace. Nicole burned 10 months ago Let Kids Be Kids. And you can see all these different burns. It goes all the way back to the beginning of the NFT, where you can see all these first ones that don't even work anymore, and they were burned as well. Over a year ago. So this account's been around for a while. But if I wanted to now burn one of my NFTs, it would show up here. And so I'm not the best at this. I've never burned an NFT this way. I don't like burning NFTs that much. It's probably the sandwich button here where I can select, nope, that's sharing. It's showing me I own this. It should, here at the top. It was showing it, but then it stopped showing it. So maybe my UI is too big. That's really weird. So when I refresh, it was showing, Am I sure this is owned by the correct account? Minter, owners, 3. Yeah, I need to find the exact ID I own. So this one. Perfect. There we go. So the Mintbase UI was just giving me issues. But when I find the specific token that I own, it starts giving me these options. Do I want to burn the token? Do I want to transfer the token? Or do I want to sell the token? Or I can go to the thing page. The thing page shows me the entire information about the thing, not this specific one, right? So the thing page will not show me my thing, my specific ID. It'll show me the entire thing. Whereas if I go to the specific ID of the NFT, right, it'll let me do things with it. So if I say this was a tent, right, instead of a cute little marmaj, it could be a tent, right? A really nice tent from the local outdoor store in Lisbon. Well, what someone can do is they can say, hey, I want to burn this tent. Okay, they're going to burn it right there and right then. And then what we could say is any NFT burnt can be redeemed by the owner within 24 hours. Okay, so what we would have to do there is we would have to say, let's just duplicate this to try and keep it as simple as possible. Right? Oops. And we're going to actually see this here. We're going to say there's a burn event happening within the past 24 hours, and we'll know exactly who burned it, who signed this. And so the high level idea is if we can get people in Lisbon to have Near accounts and have these NFTs in them that can be burned for physical goods, then maybe we can start getting people to interact with the Near blockchain for receiving some sort of physical goods as support, receiving some sort of social support. And then if we're getting people to do this action who actually need that kind of support, then maybe that is social good. Maybe. So we're going to start with that. So not just doing outdoor living equipment like tents, but also, hygiene products, soap, deodorant, toothpaste, whatever else they may need from the local drugstores, for example. Warm meals, whether that's burritos, a burger, salads, a poke bowl, sushi, whatever would help someone who might be from a marginalized community in Lisbon take their Near wallet, burn a sushi NFT, and go for all you can eat sushi to just enjoy their evening. When we were in Windsor, we'd go around and give out $5 McDonald's gift cards. And so as the person donating, I was always a bit annoyed that I couldn't just use my crypto to directly buy the gift cards. And now there's ways to do that. I can use my crypto.com card, for example. I can take my Ref Finance Farming Rewards, transfer them to Near tokens, transfer to crypto.com, sell to Canadian dollars, and I can go buy McDonald's gift cards with my crypto.com card. That's awesome, and I can give those away to people. On the other side of it, it's the users that were not actually using the Near blockchain. So if they lost their McDonald's gift card, if the McDonald's store didn't want to let them in or didn't want to, access it, whatever other silly things that happened, these issues can still happen on the blockchain, right? If I give someone a tent NFT and they have to go into the store to redeem the tent, and the store's like, hey, you're homeless, you can't come into the store, that's still going to be an issue, right? That's still going to be a pretty large issue. And so some of the hacking has to do with flows. Like maybe the NFT should be burned at the point of sale instead of beforehand and for 24 hours. And in that case, even if the person wouldn't let the homeless person into the store, maybe there could be some sort of exchange process where the person living on the street knows they can't get into the store easily, or maybe they know they can't reach the store. It's a lot of transit to get to the store. And so they can actually go online onto an exchange, sell their NFT for maybe USN, like we just saw. We're seeing NearCon tickets being sold for certain prices, right? Purchase NFT in Near. But if you're someone who's a marginalized community member, maybe you don't want to sell your tent for exactly $300, for 69 Near, when 69 Near tomorrow might be worth 10 cents. Okay. And obviously in this scenario, the NearCon team got 88 Near from me last week, and now they're going to get less, 69 Near. The point is, though, that marginalized community members can't deal with that volatility, whereas NearCon team might be able to. And so allowing marginalized community members to then take their gift card, right, pretty much what it is, and then sell it or transfer it to another individual to receive some sort of economic benefit. So someone's like, you know what, I have a tent NFT, but I'd like a drink. Maybe you could swap, like for like, 10 drinks for one tent. Or you could have a bundle. Something like, hey, I have a burrito and a drink and a mini tent. I'll trade it for your large tent. Or you can use traditional exchange or an exchange to a fungible token, right? Where I'm going to take my tent like this. Let's say this was a tent in the middle here. I'm going to sell it for 300 stable coins instead of Near, let's say. And then the person would know they're getting at least 300 stable coins. And then maybe a drink costs 5 stable coins. And now they can get like 60 drinks or whatever, right? So that's what the Hacker House we're starting with, right? Utility NFTs for social good. And then we're hoping to create sustainable solutions and projects. So not just creating a solution that works one time in Lisbon for this one event, but solutions that can be replicated and copied across the world and other venues, solutions that can be turned into projects. So like I'm sharing here, currently on Mintbase, you can't buy an NFT for stablecoins. You can only buy NFTs in Near tokens. And so maybe if we hack on an actual smart contract or a feature that allowed this, we'd be actually working on a sustainable project to support in the future for these solutions. But in general, we're hoping to bring these solutions and projects to Antigua in 2023 for a more long-term sustainability. So the Hacker House is in September. As a foundation, we're planning to have boots on the ground in Antigua for October. And we're planning to spend from October till around May in Antigua, and then from around May till about September in Canada. And then we're trying to connect locals to Web3. Honestly, the main goal always is whenever we travel to a new place or whenever we see, we go to a new conference somewhere new, we're trying to, yes, have fun with the conference participants, but we're trying to figure out how do these local community members start engaging with the Near blockchain or with Web3 and then find value from doing so. And that's what I think when you become a hacker is when you actually start trying to use the tools at your disposal, like your Near tools, to actually solve some problems that you have. And the locals of each area would know best what types of problems they have. And then we, as the marmaj community, can figure out, okay, well, how can Web3 help with the problems that you have? So as we visit downtown Lisbon and we go to Sintra and we go across the ferry, we're going to be trying to figure out, hey, how can we support the locals that we come into contact with, and how can we use the Near blockchain to do so? So you can apply to the marmaj Hacker House in two ways for now. So first of all, you got to apply to NearCon. So I'm going to click this Apply to NearCon button. The first step, if you want to come hack with us in the marmaj, with the marmaj hackers, you will just come to this link, apply to hack, and fill out all your information. So your first name, your last name, your email. Are you free to come to Lisbon? That's an important part of it. Country of residence. When it asks for your GitHub profile and all that information, try and put what you can. Not everyone has a GitHub. Not everyone even has a LinkedIn or a personal website. For a personal website, again, feel free to use marmaj.org if it's a community website, right? We're building off of that. For the Twitter, use your personal. For your Discord, you can use your personal, or you can use the marmaj Discord. Honestly, it's fine by me. Tell us about your most recent project. Again, if you're a marmaj contributor or you're in the marmaj community in some way, you should probably have some sort of project you've worked on. So Ernest, you're watching this video at some point in the future, hopefully. You could put your highlight reels, for example, or maybe the DAO that you're getting set up, or talking about how you're planning on continuing to create content in the Near ecosystem, eventually setting up a DAO and doing all this stuff. So anybody who wants to come hack with us, you don't have to be a developer or be super technical, but you should have built some sort of project in the Web3 ecosystem in the past. Doesn't mean you built it all by yourself. That can mean you're a content creator. That can mean you wrote research papers. That can mean you create NFTs. It doesn't matter what you've done in the Web3 space, or it could be in Web 2, but just what are you proud of building? What are you proud of creating? And how will that skill set help hack on Near? So that's step one. And then step two is to join our Discord. And so we have this nice page, marmaj.org/Discord. You can click this link right here and jump right into the Discord. No issues, right? Woohoo! Or you can kind of read more information. Different ways to download the application. This is, your account creation if you need to go through that setup. Server verification, which is actually quite important. A lot of people get stuck here. TLDR, you've just got to type .verify. From my understanding, so yeah, no issues there. And then cheers, post, salut, kampai, you're in. Great job. Thanks for joining our wonderful tavern. See you there. So we'll see you in the tavern. Come hang out. Come say hi. Tell us what interests you in the Web3 space. Why are you here? What do you want to build? and let's have fun building together. And hopefully we'll see you in Lisbon for the Hacker House. So basically, accepted hackers will have a spot at the marmaj Hacker House. So what does that mean if you get accepted to be a hacker in the marmaj Hacker House? Not for NearCon, right? You apply for NearCon, that's a separate thing. That is step one, that is separate. If we say from the marmaj community, okay, you've been accepted to be a hacker with the marmaj Hacker House, then yes, whether or not you get accepted to NearCon, you will have a travel stipend, high level, that is like maximum $1,000 US to get flights to and from Lisbon, and then a rail pass in Lisbon. Now, the rail pass will be for a certain amount of money, for example. If someone's like, yeah, I want to go party and go on the ferry every day and use the rail pass more, that's fine. They can load it up themselves. Same with travel. Someone's like, yeah, I want to stop off in Italy and stop off in England or whatever first. That's all wonderful, but there'll still be a max amount. Right now, off the top of my head, it's around $1,000 US. We'll probably drop that down, depending how much, what flights look like. Currently, from what I've seen, they should not be $1,000 US for a flight. But I know some people have visas they need to apply for and stuff like that. The food stipend, the actual days of NearCon do come with breakfast, snacks, food. All the events and after parties have food, drinks, and everything covered. So all that's covered in the hacking stipend and everything like that people would get. But we will have food at the Hacker House as well, which will be covered. So we're going to have breakfast at the house. We're going to have like family marmaj family dinners at the house as well, which will be covered. If people want to go out and party and go have more drinks and more food, that is great. We will not be having additional stipends on top of the food we have, but we will have a hacking stipend. And so the hacking stipend will be a certain amount of marmaj tokens that hackers will get on mainnet to participate in Near Hack. So for example, if we have burritos NFTs that are on sale, and someone that wants to hack with us wants to interact with a burrito NFT, try it out, see what it looks like, go through the flow so they understand it all better. They'll have some marmaj tokens that they'll be able to use on Ref Finance, a decentralized exchange, for example. Swap those marmaj tokens out for wrapped Near, for example, to Near. And then they'll be able to use those Near tokens to purchase the burrito NFT and interact that way. So, for example, one of the easiest ways to get started with this project would be having us as hackers go out and buy these NFTs and then just manually onboard people by creating new wallets and sending the NFT to those people. And then actually walking those people to the stores. So we'd actually be in front of the burrito place, owning a bunch of burrito NFTs, giving burritos to people that walk by, saying, hey, do you want to set up a Near wallet? I'll send you a burrito coupon or gift card that you can go into the store and use to claim a burrito. So that's going to be probably the start of the project, leading all the way into, can we make a platform that allows fungible tokens to be used where people around the world can donate, and then maybe people vote on when to use the funds to purchase certain usable NFTs, and then those usable NFTs get distributed by people that are out on the streets to marginalized community members who can then have like a map on the NFT to go back and redeem the NFT for a physical good. So 9 days of hacking, going from what's already there, how can we just make it work, to can we build a platform that makes it a bit easier. So yeah, I think the Hacker House will be a lot of fun. We have a lot of stuff coming. To top it all off, we're working with the marketing DAO on Near. We're working with the creatives DAO on Near. We're working with DAO Cubator. We're working with the Aurora Community DAO, hopefully moving forward. So yeah, we're working with a lot of ecosystem funding partners and funding verticals. But we're also planning on working with lots of projects as well. So we're planning on having, for example, a few sponsorship NFTs that community participants will be able to kind of bid on the auction, for example. So we're going to launch the NFTs on Mintbase, but we're going to have auctions for our sponsorship NFTs on the auction. So what this will allow will be for us to go to our profile. We'll do this from the DAO, but just an example. We'll be able to take one of our wonderful NFTs for sponsorship. So again, utility NFTs. So we'd say, okay, anyone who holds this specific, let's use this one, it's kind of funny. Anyone who holds this Malem NFT on September 1st, 2023 will be eligible to sponsor the marmaj Hacker House. So all that means is that we are going to add their sponsorship materials to our Hacker House. Okay? So we're going to list the NFT, we're going to pick a category like utility, right? Our hashtag is going to be, you know, marmaj Hacker House. Perfect. The start time, let's say we started it, you know, next Monday, right? Let's say we had this going next Monday. That's reasonable. More reasonable would be August 1st. And then let's say it went for the month of August. So this would be kind of what we'd be doing, right? We'd be having 3 sponsorship NFTs. This is just one of them. We'd be setting up auctions saying for the entire month of August, we're going to have an auction for 3 different ones. They're all the same, so there's going to be a little bit of arbitrage between which one's cheaper, which one's more expensive. But the idea is, I don't know why it's not showing the duration. There to there. Oh, the time. Let's start it at 12 a.m., end it at 12 a.m., apply. Starting price, 0.1, sure. So 44 cents for a spot, and 0.819. We are going to have a $4 minimum increment because we do want real people coming in and voting. But for example, maybe we would do something like that. Like, okay, fine, 40 cents between your votes. No big deal. And we would just say, okay, complete the listing. And so, for example, if I wanted to do this from the marmaj Research DAO, all I would have to do is, sorry, I'm on the wrong DAO. My DAOs. marmaj Research, submit a proposal. And I would say list NFT on the auction with working code. The JSON doesn't like me. That's something that we've actually already figured out. But if I copy and paste it from, we've already figured this out. Message. Oh. Did we figure out the issue? No, because you're sending a message with some JSON. So token ID, that looks fine. We have the account ID, that looks fine. And then your message, does it need another? No. The message is this long thing. And you don't need a comma at the end because that's the end. It always does this though. The JSON does not like me. Provided JSON is not valid. What if I just do that? Okay, so this is valid. This is not valid. Obviously. And what do you want from me? What if I took this out and then, sorry, the end of my streams are always a bit like this. It really doesn't like, so it is this, it doesn't like. Just gonna try like rewriting all of these and see if it, sometimes copying and pasting will just make an issue with the quotation marks, but I can't think of where else I have an issue. So if anyone ends up like watching these back and can see where I have issues with my JSON, like definitely feel free to let me know. You have a number, you have a comma, end time. I didn't change all these either. Change them all. I've had this issue be my issue once. From copying and pasting from JSON from Telegram does cause quite the issue. This time though, I was copying and pasting it directly from the Explorer, so it should have worked. And we're trying to get this card to be a card on the auction UI because, to be fair, it is quite difficult to go through this each time. Okay, you know what? You're doing it on purpose to me, and I don't like it. Because watch. All this looked fine, and I was experimenting how to fix it, but we could just take this. And this is going to work just fine. Which is really annoying. So yeah, I'm copying and pasting it directly from here. So it should have worked just fine here as well. But this will be fine. Yeah, so see, no more issue with the JSON. Which is a bit annoying because all I've been doing is then like going to Discord, for example. Or not even Discord. This time I literally just saved the template and it won't work when I reload it. So let's maybe try this. Control X, Control Z. That's working. Well, as long as it's working. And so here oh, this is new. Wait a second. Bracket, and then it wants me to like tab out all of these things. I figured it out. I figured out the issue, ladies and gents. And thence. The reason my JSON's wrong is because you have to tab out start time. Wait, is it before the quotations or after? Yeah, before. Ooh, before both, because you're tabbing out the quote. Sorry, yeah. Is it the numbers too? It is the numbers too. It's all of it. All the quotations because they're in the JSON. Okay, so I'm just going to try and do it for myself so that I can feel like I know what the heck I'm doing. So all of these need to be tabbed out. And then it should be fine. Because you're saying this is the message. And so you've got to actually make it a message and not just... I love it. And like it can't just be like... It shouldn't have JSON formatting because it's not JSON. You're like saying, hey, send this in, and it needs to... That's so interesting. I've never done this before. I mean, I have, just maybe not in a long time, I guess. Perfect. Now the JSON works. Okay, so another reason why it'd be nice to have this as a card. So, but when I say card, I mean when I come here, all I'm really doing is using a custom template that's already here. And so, you know, all I have to do is, you know, click this and it brings it up. Oh yeah, we had the proposal from yesterday, which should not work, but I do want to vote yes on it. Remember, so this is, again, so the video, the topic of today was just the Hacker House. I'm pretty much done with that. I'm just going to show what this looks like for fun. And so this is going to fail or whatever, this proposal from yesterday, but I wanted to at least check the Explorer because the first transaction to add storage should go through. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, no, nothing's going to go through because I didn't send enough gas in the first point. So what could work, this is not going to work for sure. Yeah, it failed. And if I even check, but you know what could work? If I just redo this proposal, which I'm going to try and do. So first things first, look at the Explorer. It'll say succeeded, but it failed because not enough storage or whatever. Like the very first one, yeah, exceeded the account balance. Oh, wait. Did it add storage? There's not enough near tokens in the marmaj multi-call to do this anyways. Ha! I found my first mistake. So yesterday we were going through, and you can kind of see it right here, but we were going through and we were checking, like, you know, how much USN does the multi-call have, and how much Pembroke tokens does the multi-call have. But I wonder if, I don't think it's like this simple, but near view, yeah, balance of. Maybe it's just balance. It's probably not balance. Oh, wait, it's probably just near view. It's definitely not near view. Like, this is definitely not correct. Ugh. I always forget how to do these things. Near view account balance. Near state? Yeah, near state. My bad. It's like I figure it out right before I type it in, but near state. I'm just going to do this. And the reason it's near state instead of near, like, whatever else is because, oh, it formats it for you. And it gives you the full amount. Okay. And so if you have a contract on the account, you have a code hash, which is how you know there's a contract here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we do have enough near in the account to go through with this, which means we should be able to copy this, send it again. I can't remember what the biggest issues were with this. From what I remember, the biggest issue with going through this was that at the end I realized I didn't add storage, which we can solve. Let's see. If we go here, 300, and we hit multi-call args. Receiver. Okay. And then I'm trying to figure out where that goes. So when I say attach 10, it doesn't seem to go here in the arguments. So if I wanted to attach fungible tokens, it seems like receiver ID. it's sending it from the DAO to the multi-call, right? Receiver ID, multi-call amount, whatever, and then it's saying go do these things, which means the deposit is on the actual here. Like whatever I put here will be the deposit. And so I should be able to just copy and paste this and say, hey, do a custom function call. The main thing we're expecting is that it's going to add storage. I'm pretty sure it's just 0.045 for the farm and 0.01 for the new token, right? Where's the other one? Yeah, add storage, transfer USN and PEM. Yes, because adding storage for the farm, for the pool, is a different cost than adding storage for the farm. So adding storage for the pool, can't remember the cost, but one of them is 0.01 and one of them is 0.045. So this should work. Let's do 270 for the logic of the actual proposal. Yeah, 270. TGAS bond smart contract is marmaj.v1.multicall.near, and we are calling the multi-call method. And so we can see down here that, again, it's the same person calling the same function on marmaj research, multi-call, and the multi-call method. So same person calling the same function. It just looks a bit different because it's all in one line now instead of being on multiple lines. But we're just going to propose because we're quickly going to see if this looks any different. Let's close all of these things. So yeah, this is kind of 2 videos in one. It's kind of like I didn't want to do a technical video today, and so I did the Hacker House video, and now I'm like, oh, but if I can just fix this, will be great. So there's the auction thing. There's the Near Explorer. Here's the vote, or the proposal, sorry. And all I'll have to do now is vote. And we will see if this makes any sense or if this works or whatever else. I'm hoping at least the first storage add works. Because then we... Okay, yeah. Then we know we have storage for the pool. Then I'm hoping that the transfers work. I know that the other stuff might not work right away. Failed. Okay. So now we'll see what failed specifically, and we can see what part along the logic we had the issues. So act proposal must be admin to call this function. Must be admin. That is a bit weird. Did I put the wrong multi-call account in? I would do something like that. Oh my god. My bad. My bad. I have to redo it. Yeah, I did. Silly things. Silly things. What, no one was on the stream and told me? Okay, my bad. 3rd time's the charm. But it's good that multi-call works. Okay. Marmaj research dot v1 dot multi-call dot near. And then we're going to call the multi-call function, and then we're going to deposit 0.055, and then we're going to change the gas to 270, and then, it's making me like copy and paste this beauty. Okay. And marmaj research. I'd say like 25% chance this works. But this is nearing the end of the video regardless. Okay. Okay, and then I'm not going to be continuing this line of research much longer though. I'm going to wait till August to dig much deeper into multi-call DeFi interactions. At least for Ref. They're upgrading their contracts soon anyways, so it just makes more sense that way. I'll probably try and fix the Pembroke stuff over this week potentially, probably maybe tomorrow or the day after, and then I want to get started on Borough interactions as well, which would be fun. But for Ref, I'm gonna take a little break for a couple weeks. Okay, well this one was obvious, and then sorry, I'm not on the right page. Let's see what happened here. Exceeded the account balance. Storage deposit. Deposit 1. And it's saying function call error. It called method multi-call. Exceeded the account balance. Maybe the amount of near currently in the multi-call is the minimum amount. Like maybe the 0.89 is already too low. I'm not even sure how much near I have in here. Okay, send 0.819 to marmaj research.v1.multicall.near. And then remember, we can easily just do near send like 0.0819 to marmaj research.v1.multicall. Alright. Why doesn't it like me? Near send. Oh. Does it want both accounts? I always forget. Yeah, it wants sender and receiver. Oh, because it doesn't know which account I'm trying to speak to. My bad. Obviously. Okay, so that works too. Okay, I am going to try this one more time because, like, the storage deposit should work. There's not really any reason why that shouldn't work. The USN transfer call and the PEM transfer call should work. No issues for those, as long as you have storage. So that might, but I think I should wait a block for that. And then farming storage deposit is the 0.45, and then yada yada yada. So one more time. I wish you could just duplicate a proposal and just say do it again with certain like turn proposal into a draft. Ooh, that would be helpful. Like a sandwich button here that just said like recreate proposal as a draft, instead of coming up here, clicking proposal, coming through here, coming to function call. This is first, of course. Marmaj research.v1 multicall.near. Third times the charm ref defi multicall. This is just so I can find it later if I really want to. 0.055 270. And what was the main difference again? I added more near, so shouldn't need to do anything else. Multi-call, everything looks good. 0.055. Okay, so again, I don't have enough near for the transaction. That's annoying, because I made the thing cost so much. I do have. I'm just gonna go to like my phone and send more near over, but I don't know where my phone is. So 1 second. Oh, and this just goes to show as well. Always keep gas fees in your wallet, but I can actually reduce the amount it costs to send these things in now, actually, which is great. Okay, if this thing decides to load. The wallet's been very slow recently, to be honest. Okay, 1 second. I'll be right back. It's actually hilarious. So I actually went to the bathroom, came back. Um, or is it phone wallet still going insanely slow? Hate when it does this. So again, this is kind of why using CLI is much easier. But I'm not logged into my Chloe.near account on CLI. Um, I do have like insanely slow. Ugh, I feel like this happens often. Again, why I always say run your own RPC node locally, and why I always say Yeah, it's all good. Where's my wallet? Oh, I can't use this one either. Let's see if I have any accounts. Oh, we have marmaj. Wait, what's in marmaj testing? Oh, like the near wallet's going slow on every browser. Awesome. So I feel like this is one of those times where like God's telling me just to end the video. Just end the video. Oh, finally. Lord help me. Okay. Oh, and that worked too. Oh, not much here in marmaj testing. And then I have marmaj research or something. I don't think there was much there either. Just some PAM and USM. Okay. Well, that took forever, but there should be enough in there now. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, sir. Why are you doing this to me? This is very slow. I've never had this be as slow as it is right now. This is crazy. Let's just close all this. We don't need it. Although, I should be able to just refresh and have it show me I have enough. It's trying to say I do not. Oh yeah, I could just swap. Am I being silly? Probably. But to be fair, I made the exact same mistake last time. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I have less pen. I guess we'll do it this way. Even though marmaj dumped last night, sad times. We still know that one marmaj is above the price of near. I think. As long as we don't get this weirdness happening, we should be good. I don't know why this is slow. There you go. My phone still isn't working to load anything, by the way. So, unknown USD amount. Fun times. So much quicker just to come here and... Oh, so we have exactly enough now. But I tried sending on my phone and it just didn't work. So there's that. Never seen it go so slow. Okay, so now I should be able to just refresh. It should work. Thank you. Okay. 61 cents. I'm rich. Third time's the charm. Actually, I'm gonna lower the bond amount as well. Hate when the UI does this. So many small issues, but it's gotten so much better. So let's just vote on this first, and then we'll check on it. And the last thing we'll do, if this doesn't work again, we're just gonna leave it for today. And the last thing we're gonna do is lower the bond back to 0.0819, because now no one can vote on the DAO unless they're on the council. So, oh my gosh, it's approved. I wonder if the whole thing worked. That's amazing. That took me a long time. Awesome. I don't know if the whole thing worked. So let's see. It did add the storage. No! We got close. It said it... Wait a second. Did I do something silly and try and do way too much? More gas required. Wait. Ah! This is wrong for sure. The amounts. So transferring equal amount of these two. And then more gas required for the FT transfer. And then this one said 1 Yocto deposit, please. And this one said ID is not valid. Ah, that makes sense. I put ... instead of a dot. And then it wants 1 Yocto for the MFT transfer call. For some reason, the amount should have been 1? Nice. I had a lot of issues there, to be fair. But probably for the best that I at least got the storage ad. Right? But probably for the best that we didn't actually get through all the other stuff. Because, again, the ref smart contracts are about to change. And so when they do change for the farming contracts, we'll go through this again. But the part that was most important for now that's not changing is the pools. So for a pool, step 1 would be the same. Call storage deposit for the ref smart contract. That was simple enough. We did that. So now marmaj research.v1.multicall.near does have storage added for ref. And so we will be able to transfer tokens and add liquidity. So if we wanted to FT transfer USN, the reason we had an issue here was because near view USN balance. The USN balance is 188, and we tried to transfer 192. So that was 100% on us. I thought I changed it to 1, but in this specific instance of the code, I didn't check the base 64. But that's what will be the difference. So we know we only have 1.8 USN. So the next time we do this, swap's actually a great place to do it. USN, we'll type in PEM. And so we know the next time when we type in 1 USN, right? So we're only going to send in, 1000000. It should say, awesome, it went through. Next time when we try and send, again, this is 1.9 PEM tokens, which is incorrect. We would pretty much have to or want to send, where are we? Sorry, the number's here. We'd want to send 9.69 or around 10 probably. So for 1 USN, we'd want to send around 10 PEM. And if we check how much PEM we have, we'll just do this. We seem to have around either 2 or 20. Looks like 20 to me. I'm assuming it's 20. So we should be able to put 1 USN and 20 PEM, which is why when we tried to send like almost 2 PEM, instead of saying you don't have enough, it says more gas required. So it actually tells you the actual error. It ran out of gas to do this function. And so when I was doing this, you could see how much gas I sent. So when I tried to send the PEM token, the gas was 33 teragas. And we can see that it didn't even try. It pretty much used 2 teragas, and then it said, sorry, you need more gas than this. You can't even attempt. So what that makes me know next, yeah, this one failed too. I'm not sure why that one failed. I thought we did send it with 1 Yocto. Oh my gosh. So that was the issue there. It says 0 instead of 1. So next time we do this, we're going to have to change this to 1 instead of 0 for the add liquidity, because we're transferring. Oh no, shoot. The MFT transfer call needs a deposit of 1. My bad. The storage deposit, that's correct. Everything here was correct from what I remember. Oh, sorry. The storage deposit was correct, but the actual args are wrong. Because we had a lot of random mistakes. So the MFT transfer call needed to be 1 Yocto. This one needed to have a copy and paste instead of me typing it out and making a mistake. The add liquidity, yes, needed 1. Wait. Add liquidity needed 1 Yocto instead of point. Oh, at least 1 Yocto, sorry. And it was 0. So this needs to be 0.1. Add liquidity needs to be 0.01. It says at least 1 Yocto, but it's actually 0.01 near. And then the MFT transfer call, it worked, but it needed more gas. So I thought 33 teragas was enough, but I'm going to increase these all to like a lot higher, like 80 teragas, 80 teragas. So what's going to happen is the next time we try this, I might try it just for fun because I feel like, oh my gosh, are we going to try it right now just for fun because I'm here anyways? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do one proposal in the meantime though. Change bonds and deadlines. Nope. They always make it so difficult. They make me go to like settings, and they make me go from settings to like configuration or something. Maybe even like settings and then policy. Confusing as people. And then groups. Oh yeah, bond. We're trying to change that. So lower bond. It's just annoying being that high. So we're keeping everything else the same. Okay. That should all be correct. And then, okay, I lied. We're going to do it one more time just because I feel like I have a bunch of errors that I can just fix pretty quickly. And so we're going to go for it. Okay. It doesn't like me. Vote yes. Approve. Okay, so now all we're going to do is, you know, yeah, reload, why don't you? Go for a proposal. Actually, I'm going to have to click. do you do this to me? Thank you. I could save the template, but this is pretty much broken. So function call. Okay, so we still had lots of errors. marmaj dot research dot v1 dot. Okay, the contract, the method. We're going to copy and paste all of this. But technically shouldn't need the storage. So let's just double check. When we did the storage deposit, it did it for us, and that's the only thing that worked. So we shouldn't need to do another storage deposit. Calls. This is not the best place to edit this, is it? I don't even think I have VS Code installed on this laptop at the moment, which is something that I should probably fix, eh? Control X. I can just do it here, actually. This is where I wanted to do it anyway. Whoops. Okay, well, let's duplicate this. Decode from base 64 format. Decode. Why is it being like this? Is it going to make me do all of them one at a time? Like, very weird. Very weird. Okay, let's try it this way. Okay, so calls. This is one of the calls. So calls, and then it tries to say that this is a call. Okay. We're just going to say FT transfer call with the gas being like 81.819 or something like that, really high. And then this is what we're trying to, oh my gosh, this mouse is like, it's like the most sensitive, unsensitive mouse. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay then. Oh my gosh. Okay, decode this. Okay, so receiver amount, we just want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And now we duplicata and we say encode, and we put that in, and now we have this. So that when we're in our proposal, oh, I think I put it like up here or something like that. It's now that. Okay, so for the PEM token, same thing. And then currently, it's this. And we need to change this to basically 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right? So that's 1 point, yeah. And so if I just added a 0, that should work. To make it 19 point something. Control C. So we're saying you put in 1 USN. Oops, it's 9, not 19. We're saying, let's fix this properly. So we're saying this number should be 19. Let's just do 10 because it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so encode that. And here we go. Whoops. Interesting. Let's just try it since we're here. Oh, because they were exactly the same before. Okay, we increased the gas. So that should cover the 2 issues we had at the beginning. And then for the add liquidity function, everything was fine. Not everything, but most important thing was adding this 1. The gas was set to 19, which seems so low. So let's just increase the gas. All the ones where the gas just seems too low, I'm just changing them to 81. But this is the base 64 of it. Okay, so this is why this wouldn't have worked, right? We're only sending 1, right? So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then this is where I actually just will get the, whoops, not what I was looking for. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Okay. Let's look at the PEM farm. Oh crap. There's more liquidity in PEM USN than there is in the farm. That's interesting and smart. I really like that. And there's PEM ref. That's really smart. I like that a lot actually. Sorry, PEM USN, add liquidity. If you put 1 USN, it would be 9.6. Okay, well, 9.688, which means you want to probably put like another 0 first of all, right? And then instead of 10, how much did we send here? right? Because we're sending, sorry. We sent more than 10. So if we say just do 10, it should be fine, and it should like give back the refund of whatever is extra. So we're just gonna copy this, put this in, and yeah, say like what would this look like? And we go, okay. Cool beans. Okay, so for the add liquidity section, we're saying that we're gonna add 1 USN. We're gonna add, why do I feel like though that was the wrong order? I hate when it does this. The UI doesn't want to let me. Okay, so again, ref, let the UI continue to go even if someone doesn't have the tokens. It will fail because you're trying to say you don't have enough USN. You're gonna make me come to the swap section, come to my PEM, go to hit click half, make the trade, right? Doing all of this just so I can get the tiniest amount of tokens so I can test the swap. And so this is probably like one of the more frustrating things on the UI that I kind of just don't think is that necessary. But for example, you come here and now it'll let me. So if I type in 0.01 and I hit add liquidity, which number is 0.01? Yes. So the USN is the first one to go in. And then when you add liquidity, no. See, when you add liquidity, the first number is the amount of PEM. The second number is the amount of USN. And this is why it's when you create pools, it's important to know which token's first, which token's second. It is different for all the marmaj pairs. We try and make the marmaj pair second, but I mean, it is what it is. My bad on those. Okay, so the second amount is USN. So what I should be able to do is, honestly, it's probably easiest if I just copy this, because all I have to do is add 2 zeros, right? So I can copy this 0 0, and I mean this should stay the same, but just for, you know, this should look exactly the same once I do this. So there. This should be the same. I added 2 zeros here. I added 2 zeros here, just so that it would, because, you know, when I did it, I said, okay, what would it look to add? Like, what would it look like to add, you know, 0.01 USN? So all I did was go add 1 0. Oh, sorry, we're starting from here. Add 1 0, add the next 0. So as if it was $1. Same with here, right? Add 1 0, add the next one, as if it was 9.6 PEM tokens. So 9.6 PEM tokens, 1 USN. We will take this wonderful amount. We will FT transfer call, add liquidity. Okay. Now, when we do the storage deposit, I think for ref farming now, specifically, it was asking us, I typed in the marmaj account incorrectly, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. there's an extra dot here. So we are going to try and remove that. And now this is the new code. And the MF transfer call, everything should have worked here. Except for the deposit should be 1. Now, for the MF transfer call, this is the part that I'm not really sure should work or will work or anything like that. But what we can see, oh, it's the amount of shares. This should actually be all right. So when you do this, normally, like, we have to know how many shares we're going to get to even know how much to transfer. So this part's a bit unreasonable. Like, we know we're putting some funds in, but we don't know how many shares we're going to get out. So the idea here is that we should get at least this many shares. So please transfer at least this many shares to the farming contract. I think this is too many shares for what we're doing. And so I'm just going to remove a 0 and then like we're saying, you know, make all these shares and only put 10% of them into the contract. So here's that. Oh shoot, I have a meeting now.